Alright, Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. This here mission is called Bloodbath.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in two young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the Chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes, and these two young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Okay, we are extremely excited to take this case, apparently. Let's see what we got. Alright, we kept the murder weapon in the first case. In the second case, we've kept the train whistle. That's a more appropriate souvenir, in my opinion. Riddle on the rails. Okay, that's pretty much what we had before. And Strand Lane Bath.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
The crime weapon? Tell me about the
You
crime
found
weapon.
no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Okay. Phillips, is it? Where did you go?
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Let's first stare at you for a little bit. Light wrinkles. Starched collar, fastidious. Grooms himself, lives alone. Looks like he missed and nicked his ear. Shiny boutons. Manchester City. One more somewhere. Ah. Telegram sent today.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Okay, that's an odd chain of events.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Okay. Well, this is quite the place, isn't it?
Are the steam rooms on the other side, Mr. Holmes?
Frigidarian, can I go in here?
Are the steam rooms on the other side,
Yeah,
Mr. Holmes?
I know. I like to try all the doors. Let's see. Exits us. Why they're really taking this Roman bathhouse thing really far. Sudatorium. Vegetarian. Okay. Wow, they're taking this really far. Alright, there's one of the victims' clothes. And the other, I presume... And then what over here? Just an oil lamp. What's this? Champagne bottle. Ooh, la-ti-da. Let's check out the champagne first.
Champagne? For a special occasion?
I mean, Phillips said that he had a meeting, but I don't think it was that kind of meeting. Says there's something else here to open.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
And it is still ice, so...
Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Okay.
Expensive clothes, belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
I would think the closer examination would be in order, but very well. Yep, 3 sets of clothing.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
And these probably to no one who has yet been accounted for.
Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
But we can't look more closely at them. Okay, it's weird. Alright. Oh, that's way more grisly than I expected. I thought that they were...
Lord, Holmes.
Wait a second.
Death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget
That was
about
really
that.
more of a Greek thing with the hemlock, but okay. I'm not sure Watson is fully aware of it. Alright. I thought... Hold on. Okay, so the case that Lestrade was talking about before with the Merry Men, that's just a callback to what Mycroft had said before and possibly a case later down the line. This is not the murder with 2 victims. I had been confused this entire time based on that. Glasses.
One
Bats.
lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier.
I doubt it. These are frameless glasses. I'm not an expert on glass tempering, but I believe that without anything restricting expansion of the glass, it would be a quicker heat-cool cycle that would cause them to crack, especially since these are apparently, they don't look thick, but it says thick.
These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
I'm also not sure what's keeping those glasses together since they're frameless, but... what is this thing in the fire I can see?
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Like my
It
hands.
is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
Oh, just get Watson to do it. Blood on towel, Mr. Garrow. That's Lestrade's favorite subject. Mr. Pitkin. Mr. Blinkhorn. There were 3 sets of clothes outside. There are 4 people in the room. Okay, let's look at the grid. It said something about a grid.
The grid cannot be removed.
Not sure why I would want to, but okay.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Policeman. Let's get to the body first. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. The steam switch.
G. Newell and Sons, steam specialists, Seattle, WA.
That means Washington. That's steamy. Why would I do that?
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
I think I get what they were going for here. Like the steam was on, so it could have been anybody. Gotcha. Can I turn this off? Thank you. Okay. Blood.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
It's gonna make me hop back and forth. There's clearly something in the blood here. You can see it, and yet... I see, I have...
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Okay. Booty. An eye was removed.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
That's not really a lot of blood for a wound like that.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
I had just said the exact opposite, so... no, I would expect there to be more blood. Definitely.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Well, death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Oh, if only we had thought to check his clothes. Then we would know for sure.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Well, I think that the murder
I
weapon...
was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
The weapon is nowhere to be found.
The weapon was placed in the brazier. It is melted. Alright. Time for you guys. Maybe I should talk to Phillips first? No, I'm gonna talk to these guys first. Let's start with you, Mr. Blood on the Towel.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
No.
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
The blood didn't tip
I
you
don't
off?
want to stay here. Let us out, please.
No, they're not.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Not too fucking bad.
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly first.
No, I prefer to do my interrogations in the nude. With both of us.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Three delicate flowers. Okay, moving on then, I guess. We'll go talk to Phillips. Or can I look
These
for a
clothes
ring?
belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
Still can't look for a ring.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Yeah, why would you... Wait, I'm not done.
Please wait, I need to do something first.
Let me do my thing, Lestrade. Who brought champagne?
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Okay.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared, but I don't know where it is.
Did you leave
this
the baths
key?
at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
Well, there was this champagne. No, okay. Somebody came in with champagne and a bucket and ice.
Did you leave the bar?
No, sir, I did not.
Bloody key. There you go. You have a
You
telegram.
are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
Everybody in this world has all of their, personal correspondence basically sticking out of their pocket where anybody could come along and read it, and they're all just flabbergasted that people know their personal business. Astounding. Okay, I suppose that at this point we should probably let them go to Scotland Yard because there's probably not much we can do. Oh, now I can go back here. Don't mind if I do. What's this? Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's office.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's...
Okay.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
So one of them was meant to be an archaeologist. Is this a connection to Radcliffe? Oh, here's tongs that can use
I will need these tongs.
Thing out of the fire. This metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be a part of something larger. At the present moment, I am unable to determine exactly what it might be. Okay. I mean, it is shield-shaped, but there's no way that this would be a shield, because, I mean, it's all metal. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's iron. It would be far too heavy. I think Roman shields were generally wood and leather, if I remember correctly.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Oh, and it's perforated. Did not see that. Okay. It's some kind of... Is it an aqueduct design? Is this meant to be like a plate used somehow in like a grate for a water pipe or a sewer or something?
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
I don't know, but I guess I'm going to take it with me. Dear friend, I wish to organize a press conference at the Strand Lane Baths next month. 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt, but now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology, to shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event, and record it favorably, if we treat them well enough. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore. Hey, wait, Blackmore, that's one of the guys from one of the movies or something. Or was he a character in the books, too? I think he was. And use the special funds of Royal Archaeological Institute for this event, Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He has glasses, too, I note. There are few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He is a gentleman who possesses the wealth, notoriety, and vigor to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms, as has often been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. Ooh. Sir Rodney. Ooh la la. He holds powerful connections within the Lord's Chamber and carries an influence inside the political world. There are those who would call him unforgiving, authoritarian. We should rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at any archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned. Miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane Roman Baths, excavation research. Research efforts, blah, blah, blah. Mystery of Belgium. So if you are ignorant of the history of London, it was going way back to even prior to the Roman conquest of southern Britain. It was a settlement, but was probably the largest Roman settlement after the conquest of southern Britain. And so they did, as the Romans do, build all kinds of public works utility projects, and among those, of course, was public sanitation, including baths. So you can find Roman ruins in and around London and other places in southern England.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
I should say, I mean, I say southern England. I guess it's really more than just the southern England. It goes all the way up to Hadrian's Wall, so that's all of England. All right. All of England, though southern England was far more settled than others. We got a missing plate. We got plate negatives.
A glass plate negative is missing.
Daguerreotype.
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
I don't think that's Egyptian.
Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
They have the whole view of the shelves just for that? Okay. Alright, so I'm getting the picture. I've got the tangs. What? That was certain.
Oh my god, are you alright? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
I mean, that was almost certainly intentional.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
So I can't even go any closer. Okay. If this here is meant to be Roman ruins, I'm afraid not. There's very little about this that tells me it's Roman. We do have the mosaic-colored tiles, which is indicative of Roman ruins from this period. Paint on the walls remaining is extremely unlikely, but there have been examples that have been uncovered. I'm just saying this is all very much like Sir Rodney has turned this into something of a theme park or an attraction. You know, this is very much like a tourist trap kind of a thing. I'm gonna do first-person mode there. I hope you don't mind. I prefer first-person mode if I can do that for these games. Hey there, fellas. Guess what? I found some tongs. It's definitely for trying to fish that thing out of the fire, but I'm not above torture. I could try them out on you fellers first. No takers? Okay. Tongs. Because the fire was hot enough to melt the metal, but then it solidified somehow. And has remained such. I guess the fire got cold. Click. 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 No. You gotta hold this.
I should analyze this melted metal.
Indeed, you should. Let's hang tight. I'm gonna head to my apartment back at Baker Street. Be right back. Right, that is a Baker Street thing I'm supposed to analyze. This is research. There's analyze. We've got lots of analyzed. Toby!
On the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
What? Don't you sit on that dog. Analyze dirt. It appears to be some kind of dirt. Set focus. I am setting the hell out of focus right now. What am I supposed to do? No. Tells me to set focus. I'm clicking on it. Nothing's happening. Acid. Topic. Okay. I can't go back. I can't. I would like some more guidance on what exactly I'm expected to do here. It says set focus. I don't... What? I think that this minigame might be broken. I can't do anything anywhere. Okay, so I've got to skip it because I think it's broken.
The sample of dirt belongs to the White London Clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
I think that was bugged. Okay, analyze the blood. If I do this, am I going to run into the exact same problem?
Let us analyze this blood sample.
Yes, I will. Cool. Oh, you have to scroll. Not click mouse wheel, scroll. Okay.
This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid.
He's probably
That is
drunk at the time.
strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
A pipette. Take this. I always thought it was a pipette, but okay. Loop. Okay, I'm kind of done with the peroxide. Okay, another one? Sure. That's a lot of peroxide. Okay, that's really a lot.
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
Maybe from the steam.
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver.
I guess that's one way to do it. Pipette, acid. It is
The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver. Britannia silver quality.
To the archives. 1893 was a remarkable year. 1893, Bentcliffe's mummy. The great excavation in Assuan has taken over 3 years. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe directed the archaeological work. A mummy was found with an enucleated... Sorry, it's very early in the morning for a nucleated eye. And poised in an unusual position, the right hand was tensed as if reaching out for something or to someone. Hey, kind of like our body. The mummy was buried upright. She has been named the Desperate Mummy due to her very peculiar characteristics. Nearby could be read in Latin, "By the eye he was punished, for he saw what he was not worthy." The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian, as some symbols found in the tomb are in common with the Mithraic mysteries.
Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Okay. Those are all done. Those are good. Found a missing weapon. I think we just did. It was silver. It was a silver letter opener or something. Well, that was awfully large for a letter opener. You know what I mean? Okay.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Don't ask me what we're going to do next. I'll tell you what you do next. The next thing you do is something you don't do, and what you don't do is sit on Toby.
On the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
I guess we go back. Go back and we can tell Lestrade to take him in for questioning. All right, Lestrade. Let's question some dudes.
Mr. Holmes?
None, Lestrade.
To Scotland Yard to examine the things. That's Putin. What does it say about him? Hold on. Forged and uttered bills or promissory notes for large amounts. Donald Smith Petty. Let's check out the evidence first. Let's start with Garrow.
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Nice. Sounds like good stuff. Okay, here's Pitkin.
A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card. An embroidered silk handkerchief.
Okay. Blink horn, and then the victim. Let's see. Dear Sir, the interests that I represent require the situation at the bathhouse to be changed for the better. At the present time, the frigidarium excavations remain under your direction, and yet the works have not progressed. We have failed to find anything of value, and we are unable to make the frigidarium accessible to the public. The frigidarium is a valuable asset in the recreation of the women bath experience. I urge you to complete your work within the next 2 months. You have this remaining time to conclude your archaeological research and find yourself another, or find yourself.
An ordinary pencil.
How ordinary is it? Should we run a test to see how ordinary it is?
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room.
It's meant to be some form of antique, but it is definitely not. It is also crudely soldered together.
I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question. An old and rather dirty
Or at
coin.
least what's meant to be a Roman coin, although it doesn't really look like a Roman coin.
A hand-drawn map. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil. To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
How long do I have to do this? Or do I have to stop for it to... Okay.
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
No, of course.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
Yeah, Constable. You know who I'm here working for? Coroner's report. The right eyeball has been pierced to the hilt by a curved blade knife. Blade cut through the orbit of the frontal bone, ripping apart the frontal lobe and the corpus callosum, after which, completing its trajectory in the cerebellum, caused hemorrhagic lesions. All these injuries led directly to the death of the individual. At the upper lobe of the right lung, there is an old injury filled with an amount of mucus and scintillating debris that may correspond to a chronic infection by the elements, likely inhaled in a burial chamber, a decaying mummy, for example, or a dried and decomposing food product intended to accompany the deceased in the grave. The remainder of the body does not appear to have been damaged. Lots of talking to do. Alright, that's the dead guy. And our suspects. Let's go. Staff room. Morgue. Hello, Bentcliffe.
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age.
If we are?
some light bruising caused by a rope. The bruising is in lines. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
So his discovery is underground.
An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
Okay. Okay. Apparently none of these things are related to each other. Okay. Let's go talk to the boys. Let's start with Garrow.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Please escort this subject for interrogation.
A good day to you.
Hello,
My name is Sherlock
Clarice.
Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
Let's see what you got here for us, Garrow. Badly shaven. Perspiration. Not sleeping well, Mr. Garrow. Guilt keeping you awake since 9 o'clock this morning. Did I miss something? Okay. Dirty clothes.
What is your occupation?
I am a counsellor at the district chamber.
And what were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
Okay. How did you meet Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear. No, nothing. I'm better now.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for not answering the question, I guess. Okay.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot. I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
Saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Or was it like silver?
His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now.
So, you fixed the ring?
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Would you... God, the interrogations in this game, I swear to God. Nobody actually gives information. They just talk in riddles.
Had Sir
and
Rodney
around in
exhibited
circles.
any recent strange behavior?
I can accept them lying.
He
Because
had
that's at
been
least
rather
realistic.
secretive
But
these past few days. Last
So just
Thursday,
simply not
for
give
example,
information?
I saw him
it
leave.
doesn't make any sense.
When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know.
Are you high?
Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that, or he is a good actor.
Let's not go that far there, Sherlock. Alright, so he's the one... He's wearing the dark clothes. He's wearing the worker's clothes with the boots. This is not the other suit that I saw. There were 4 people in there and only 3 sets of clothes. Let's do...
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
For interrogation.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
Alright.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Come, just give me information, dude. Jesus, tell
Do
me
you
your
recognize
fucking story.
this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
We already know the answer to this.
Rather well.
No, they weren't. Was it Pickens' letter? I guess it was. It's the only letter I see here.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Okay. I mean, I think it's clear that Garrow took responsibility for the silver, but it was some kind of, I don't know, protective ritual or something like that. He said it didn't work. All right,
Please
Pitkin.
escort this suspect for interrogation.
Fava beans and a nice
Good day to you,
Chianti.
Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
Yes, as long as I want you to. Because this is 19th century England, buddy. You ain't got no Fourth Amendment rights. This ain't America. Oh, arrogant look. Arrogant mouth. Arrogant tie. Your profession.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes, I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
Yeah, I don't
What
know
was
if I
your
agree with
relationship
any
with
of that.
Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
You were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament, suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
I'm really confused on exactly what it is you do. Are you just like the investor? I think he might just be bankrolling.
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Okay. Once again, 3 interrogations, and none of the suspects actually give us straight answers on anything. So, huzzah! Find the missing weapon that was used to kill Ron. Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. Here, do we have everybody there? Okay, let's do the thing here. All right, broken glasses. What about the... Okay. Okay. Alright, why would Sir Rodney be hiding anything? Could his discovery be the motive for the crime? Okay. Blinkhorn's work was saved by the arrival of Sir Rodney, but at a high cost to his morale. Blinkhorn's work was saved by the arrival of Sir Rodney. He was thankful for the possibility of their working together. I don't know. Sure. That seems about right to me for now, anyway. Alright, none of these other ones seem connected at all, so... Hand-drawn map found among Sir Rodney's belongings. It points to a location around St. Albans to the north of London. It can be found on the map at Baker Street. Okay, so we go back to Baker Street and then we can find the place. Okay. Toby, you want to go for a walk? We're going to go look for an archaeological dig site. Oh. So I can't go outside. Oh, I should use the map. Okay.
Now we have 2 maps. We must combine them properly.
Okay. It's by the river. There it is.
Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map.
Elevator.
This archaeological site has been abandoned. Why did Bentcliffe come here?
I don't know. Let's go find out. Shack door is wide open. Just wide open.
This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city.
Saw those in the distance, so a shack is like right here. Followers of Mithras were covert, worshipping more conventional deities such as Juno or Neptune in their everyday lives. Mithras temples were usually found below the temples of other gods. Mithras followers often referred to their traditional deities to gain passage to the Mithraeum. The example of Mithraeum of Dio in France is interesting, as the entrance was located beneath a carved statue of Diana. This entrance was possibly revealed by a clever stone and rope mechanism, which may never have been discovered if the water infiltration had not destroyed the mechanism, opening the way down to the Mithraeum. Mithraic temples can be found in Rome, Ostia, Numidia, Dalmatia, Britain, and along the Rhine-Danube frontier, while being somewhat less common in Greece, Egypt, and Syria. Okay. Metal cubes. The knife used by Mithras for the tauroctony, sacrifice of the bull, is originally a curved sacrificial blade of Persian origin. Its curve can be from 5 to 15 degrees. The name is derived from the Persian word shamshir, which means sword. This radically curved sword family includes the Shamshir, Scimitar, Talwar, Kilij, Pulwar, and Mongol saber. A myth of the golden knife is the key to the Mithraic mysteries that some describe as an equivalent to the Holy Grail. The golden knife carries a curse that will spill the blood of the unworthy who would dare touch it. Combined to cast and okay. Cult of Mithras was a mysterious religion practiced with the Roman Empire from around the 1st to 4th century. Okay, we're getting a lot of history here, but I got it. The name of the Persian god Mithra, adapted by the Greeks as Mithras, was linked with a new and distinctive imagery. Worshippers of Mithras had a complex system of 7 grades of initiation with ritualistic meals. Initiates would meet in the underground temples called Mithraea that were retained in large numbers. The iconic scenes of Mithras shown him as being born from a rock and slaughtering a bull. Cool, another book to read. And the empty coconuts that they used to imitate the sound of horses' hooves, another strange ritual for the old gods to keep the evil spirits away. The people, feeling that the dark eye was upon them, would melt their valuables in the fire. Sub-Saharan tribes burned fruit, and the rich Roman families spared no expense melting silver or tin. It is not recorded if such valuable offerings were thrown away with the ashes or if they were reused at a later date. Okay, that's what happened with the silver in the thing. Gotcha. I'm already kind of ahead of you there, but that's fine. Anything else in here? No? Okay. Probably shouldn't just leave this shit just laying around. Area 1, the triclinium. A cyclops. the myth that they discussed before is part of the myth of the Cyclops. So, Hephaestus? I can't remember the name of the Cyclops that was Hephaestus's...
The Cyclops, a one-eyed creature helping Vulcan at the Forge.
Oh, right. Roman mythology. Sorry, Vulcan, not
Vulcan,
Hephaestus.
the god of fire and metalworking.
Is there nothing else? Okay. Area 2, pits.
I don't need the ropes, for now.
If you say so, but this is clearly where Bentcliffe was lowered down. Oh, look at humans just sitting here in an abandoned site. Trowel.
Excavating tools, a bucket, shovel, and brush.
Area 3, Arch of Hadrian. Honestly, does not look that impressive by Roman arch standards, but okay. Area 4, Tablinium. What's over here, though? Cut on rails. This is unlike any archaeological site I've ever seen. Area 4. Tablinium.
This wall was covered with mud recently. What could be hidden here?
Frigidarium.
I can see now. Frigidarium. It is located at the Roman Baths in London. Someone took the time to hide the fresco, but what for? I need to visit this place.
I don't know why. I mean, it's obviously a wonderful fresco, but...
It is a statue of Minerva. Neptune, the god of the sea. Construction hooks.
Construction hooks. Okay. Which site is this? 5. Okay. 4. 5.
It is a broken statue of a bull.
Aqueduct in an unlikely place, but there nonetheless.
This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city. The gastrofets were used with ropes and hooks for sieges.
Oh boy. I see a minigame in our future. Material stone. Dear Lord Blackmore, the manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, was quite a nuisance at the start when I arrived. After you stepped in, he became rather more helpful. Occasionally, people of his rank are not well suited to a work of such great magnitude. They lack the necessary vision. In a few weeks' time, I hope to bring good news of the Stray Lane Baths. I am on the verge of discovering a major archaeological artifact, one that might be used politically by your party to demonstrate the strength of our ancestors and fulfill the need to protect our empire from any present and future threats. Oh boy. Another freaking document. Calvin, Hobbes and you consider yourselves as being so smart and funny. I had a good laugh when you froze Miss Durkin's notes about the Arch of Hadrian in the ice. However, our thesis exams are just ahead, and you are the so-called brain of your improbable duo. I have to warn you that my Gastrophides model, the ancient Greek crossbow, and not the medieval device to relieve constipated people, as you might have thought, is not to be touched, or else I'll have to inform Mr. Wormwood about everything you've done these past 2 years. P.S. I hate Hobbes too much.
This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow.
Okay, so assemble. Don't see anything really new here. This. I think it's probably more likely this. Okay.
The gastrofets were used with ropes and hooks for sieges. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow.
I get it. Apparently I'm not ready for it yet. I guess I'm gonna have to come back to this, because all of my clues are back at the bathhouses.
This railway is used to remove rubble from the site.
Okay, let's go back to the baths then.
Mr. Holmes, we've cleared the corridor to the frigidarium. You can visit it now.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Cool, thank you, Mr. Phillips. And I'm to believe that this has just been sitting here like this, open, and this is the condition that it's in.
Perhaps I could find some clues by activating the flagstones.
Okay, well, before we go pushing things in, maybe we should look around first here. Spider. Jug. I know they said that they were doing excavations in here, but this place, if this has been like this, is way too... No, I don't think so. Scorpion. Okay, doesn't really look like there's very much to see. There's even fish in here. Do I still have the... Do I have a copy of the fresco that I can look at? Alright, maybe I need to take care of these first. What the metal plate is for either. Okay, I guess let's go to Baker Street first. We'll analyze the metal things here. And there.
There are 12 pieces here. Let's try to gather them.
Oh boy.
I will count this piece as a starting point. I will count this piece as a starting point.
Q. Oh good god. Okay. Alright, good. This one needs to be rotated. Yeah, rotated. Nope. No. I want to rotate it the other way. Can't rotate the other one.
I will count this piece as a starting point.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I don't want to do this. Can I rotate this the other way? Please. What are you? Oh, that's to verify the puzzle. Okay, you and you. I can only rotate them along this direction. Nope, that's not along the way. Alright. Do I have one with 2 blank sides and a V groove? And it needs to be blank and then V. Blank, blank. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Needs to be a V groove on the opposing side. Where's that? And you can't zoom in either. So it's clearly not... It's gotta be trapezoidal. On the bottom. Yeah, you clearly belong on the bottom somewhere. I'm just not quite sure exactly where just yet. Same with you. Oh, I can rotate this way. So. Okay. So then you belong on the bottom too. I'm just not sure exactly where. So let's take a look at that. You mate with this one. So you mate with this one. And is this on this side? Is this trapezoidal? Can't quite tell. But yeah, you two mate together. Alright, so then you will rotate here. No. You will rotate here. You rotate here. And you are good as you are. Okay, so that's the bottom row. This does go with that. You need a V groove on the bottom here. It does have a V groove, so you take around like that. You are, that's a V groove. Oh, but you're a top piece. Go over here. And we go over here. There we go. And we've definitely got our middle pieces. Trapezoidal. Just like that one. We rotate this way. Now we have a dovetail, which is this one. Rotate over here. Dovetail goes over here. And then V groove. There. Okay. Square, square. Dovetail. You and you. And this one takes this way. Now we have so then these two get swapped. Like that. And this one gets out. That and there. Oh, okay. Well, some mistake in here. Is this just not rotated enough? Dovetail, dovetail, trapezoid, trapezoid. V groove, square, square. Oh, this needs to be rotated around. The V grooves. This all needs to go one. I need to clockwise one direction. So this goes over here. This goes over here. This goes over here. And now I gotta rotate them all. This. this. Okay. Oh. I misrotated them.
It is a mold, and it is ready for casting. The mold is prepared for casting. We just need to fill it with certain material. Sir Rodney has made a reconstruction of the mythical golden knife. He seemed unafraid of maledictions, and yet... The mold is prepared for casting. We just need to fill it with certain material. Half a glass of water should be enough to create a plaster solution. Now let us see what we have here.
This knife is very similar to that described by the coroner as the weapon that killed Sir Rodney.
You should not leap to any hasty conclusions, Watson.
I mean, he's right. It's the one that was similarly described. That doesn't mean that it is indeed. Okay, the mold form, strange word. Possibly. I think it's just the steam.
Let us try to create an object from silver by using the mold. It will take a minute to melt the silver with my gas burner. Done. Now I can proceed further. The mold is hot. I should wait for it to cool down. Done.
Leave
Now
the
I can
gas burning
proceed
this whole
further.
time? Turn that off.
A homemade silver knife. Excellent. We have created a knife with the silver that we found. It could have been used to kill Sir Rodney.
It was extremely clever to create a weapon that could dissolve at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, I don't believe that anymore. I believe that the silver was done by Garrow as a protective measure, but in order to arrive at all of our conclusions. Okay. Now where are we at? We have to do something with those. We have to talk to somebody about these, which is probably, I guess, the kids. I bet it's the suspects at the Scotland Yard. Still don't know what the deal is with the... Still don't know what the deal is with those statues. Let's go to Scotland Yard and ask somebody about something. I'm guessing Blinkhorn is the one we talked to about these.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. What can you tell me about Mithras?
Oh, so much. It was the core of our work. Why do you ask?
Were you seeking the golden knife?
I see you are an amateur. Yes, the golden knife was our grail. It is said that it bears the only text explaining the ritual of the cult of Mithras.
I understand. I read something about immortality.
A myth. The knife would provide immortality only to the worthy one, and yet it is cursed, and it would kill you if you are not initiated.
Did you expect to find the golden knife at the baths?
Well, Sir Rodney thought that it might be there. Did you observe the knife representations there? They are so extraordinary, and we had hoped that... It is a tragedy that he has passed away, taking all of his secrets with him. As soon as I've been released, I will continue Sir Rodney's researches in his memory.
Okay. Apparently there's still somebody to talk to about it.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. The paintings in the baths are focused on Mithras, I understand.
Yes, they are what make this place remarkable.
And that is why Sir Rodney came here?
He believed that the golden knife, which is an ancient ritual item, was hidden somewhere around the baths. I admit that it would be wonderful if it were true.
And you are not concerned by the reputation of this artifact?
You mean the curse? Before someone is dead, it is a blessing. After they are dead, well, then it becomes a curse.
Okay, I guess I'm talking to all three of them.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Perhaps you could explain the cult of Mithras to me.
No, there is nothing to say. We are not the worthy ones.
But Sir Rodney believed that he was?
He was wrong. I have visions. The golden knife, the mummy. Oh, it's all my fault.
Calm down, Mr. Garrow.
Well, that was productive. Garrow is tortured by his obsession with the Mithras curse. He has been driven insane, a condition worsened by the medication he's taking. Garrow is melancholic. He's a victim of over-medication, hence the hallucinations and unpredictable behavior. His state has been worsened by the shock of Sir Rodney's death. That's my guess. Okay, I guess we're going to head back to the dig site because there's something to do with those statues, which hopefully will tell us what to do at the bath. So the symbols we saw in the Frigidarium, there was a trident, there was a helmet, so Minerva and Neptune. There was also a scorpion, and some symbols that I didn't see represented here anywhere.
Construction hooks. It is a statue of Minerva. It is a broken statue of a bull.
I am not sure. Not sure what to do. Okay. Alright. I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can move around in those. They're not really that interactive. Let's check out the fresco of the Frigidarium. I think it's clear that the current lead we have leads us back to the Frigidarium. It's just that when I got there, I wasn't really quite sure what to do, so let's look. Okay. There's the Frigidarium. There's niches with statues. We have busts instead of statues. Is that significant? I mean, there are statues flanking the water, but I'm talking about the niches. There's also a skull right here. Archaeologists just leaving human remains just sitting here in the pit. Okay. What connects the site in London to the site out here in St. Albans? What connects them? This fresco connects this site to the London site. What connects the London site to this site? Something has to link both directions. I don't think we're going to find it here. I think we're going to find it at the Strand Baths. I want to check out the grate again, because it was like I can't remove this. So let's double check that. I don't think we'll be able to open it, but let's see.
The grid cannot be removed.
So I think that they're saying that the grid cannot be removed because they're trying to convey to us that there's no way that a murder weapon could be hidden in one of them. Because that would, of course, be way more likely than throwing it in a fire and having it melt. Champagne's still here. Alright. The Frigidarium fresco links the St. Albans site to this site. So the Frigidarium here has to somehow link back to the St. Albans site. I know that the helmet link is a connection to Minerva. I have no idea what the spider connects to. As far as I know, there's no connection between, like, Cyclopses and Jug. Do I have to go back to the St. Albans site and count the number of jugs, and that tells me what order I should press this in at? Alright, the trident I know connects to Neptune, Poseidon, so... The caduceus, that's actually not a caduceus. That is a staff of Hermes. The caduceus, this is the symbol that is used by modern medical professionals. It's supposed to signify Caduceus, who is a pseudo-mythical figure and doctor. Sort of the Roman version of Hippocrates. But this is an anachronism. It's a modern misconception. That is the staff of Hermes, who is the god of messengers and speed and so on. The staff of Caduceus is a similar staff, but no wings and encircled by only one snake. That technically is what medical professionals should be using. So this niche is covered by a tile mosaic, but in the picture had a statue back there. So is that a clue? The scorpion, is that supposed to be a reference to Scorpio? I don't know. We didn't see that at the site anyway. Wreath. Roman symbol of victory. Laurel wreaths were worn by imperators coming home for triumph. Symbol of victory. I don't know. I didn't see that there. The Cyclops was there. I don't know what order to press them in, but I mean, I know that they were there. Wait. There's a thing.
A hidden symbol.
Is there a symbol on all of these? Hold on, I'm going to run back quick and check the symbol of Neptune. There is. I totally didn't even see it.
A symbol.
So if I push this in, is it going to have a symbol too? No. There's no symbol. Did the helmet? The helmet does.
A hidden sign. Now I have all the clues to help me find where these symbols are leading. All I need is imagination.
Okay, I only had to press in some of them. I guess. What the hell?
The signs are pointing to this bust.
Where did that open up? Where did that open? Oh, right here. Okay, that was neat.
What is this place?
I am unsure, Watson, but everything points to the fact that it was the last place visited by Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. We are approaching the end of this mystery.
Not a moment too soon.
A sack of crude salt. A broken glass plate. What is it doing here? I should examine it at Baker
It's the
Street.
picture from the thing you found earlier. Come on, man.
How very peculiar. An ice maker.
Why would Sir Rodney have brought such a device here?
Mithras, the god, clothed in Anatolian costume and wearing a Phrygian cap, killing the bull.
I gotta admit, this is pretty neat.
This fresco resembles either a ladder or a hierarchy.
It's the 7 ways of initiation. That does not. Those are not load-bearing bones. That is not how you do that. There's no place this. There's no way this place would still be standing if they were using load-bearing bones like this. It's just. The hell?
How dreadful. Judging by the broken orbit, this poor fellow met a death similar to Sir Rodney's.
This shoe is not from the Roman era. It is medieval at best. This man was a tomb raider who met with an unfortunate end.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
The fire casts a shadow upon the floor.
That's where the plate came from.
It is very similar to the face of Mithras.
So then the metal thing I got goes over one of those.
The pillar collapsed a long time ago.
Okay.
This shadow seems to represent a bridge. It resembles a bull. That is the symbol of Neptune, the god of the sea. The shadows show us the way to go. We will find Mithras after Neptune, the bull, and the bridge.
The dead guy.
Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb. Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb.
Catacomb? Is he saying catacomb?
Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb.
Catacomb.
A shovel, not from the Roman era. Mummified body. Mummified.
And that's as far
We
as
cannot go any further.
Okay. Alright, so now I have to go examine that plate. Okay. Seems weird to leave this place like that, but okay. Toby. Hooray, a puzzle.
Done. Watson, could you please use this negative and your photographic equipment to process the photograph? Thank you, Watson. Now I must use reagents to develop the photograph.
Ice cream in the desert. We are indebted to the Romans who developed the technique.
Ice. Salt. Ice cream. Sir Rodney. Another archaeologist, most probably. The Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Ice cream in the desert. We are indebted to the Romans who developed the technique.
So that's it. Salt and crushed ice may help to create ice cream.
Why would it be down there, though?
If I wish to shape the ice knife, then I need to pour water inside the mold. Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach minus 20 degrees Celsius to fully freeze the water inside the mold. Before beginning, I must remember that I have enough ice and salt for no more than 4 attempts.
Uh-oh.
I think that ice should be added first.
Holmes, look. The temperature is reducing.
Uh-oh.
Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach ice, salt,
Yes.
and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach minus...
Yes. Stop. How do I mix?
Ice, salt.
Okay. Reset. Water.
Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be element. Before beginning, I must remember...
Alright. Ice.
Holmes, look. The temperature...
Salt. So I don't actually have to do anything for mixing. I just put the ice and salt.
Excellent. Now we must check to ensure that it is adequately frozen. An ice weapon for a cold-blooded murder. An ice knife. A surprising and yet a very brilliant idea.
I don't think
It's the
so.
perfect weapon. It enables one to kill a man and then it melts. The only trace it leaves is a small puddle on the ground.
I don't think so. How would they keep it frozen in a steam room until they were ready to commit the murder? It's an ice knife. It would be melted literally in a matter of seconds. It would be melted. There is no way. They hid it in the champagne buckets? Unless they killed him immediately when they went into the steam room, there's no way. Okay. The bridge. Tears seem to hold a secret. Okay, so then I guess now we can go back and assemble the crossbow. Alright, so past Neptune, past the bowl. Past Neptune. Past the bowl. They refer to it as a bridge. That's not a bridge. It's a viaduct.
This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow.
So, make the frickin' thing.
This is...
Okay.
We should use these metal rings to help us reach the bridge pillar. There might be something behind these leaves. I have to find a way of getting there.
Way ahead of you, Sherlock. Way ahead of you. Let's go. Alright.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Can I, take this?
The door has been left open. Someone did not care or was in haste.
Okay. No, I didn't know I needed to that. Item required. I have the item?
We should use these metal rings to help us reach the bridge pillar. There might...
Okay. I'm not sure what else I need to do. I think I have everything. Is there more I need to do to make this thing work? Oh wait, the ropes. I forgot about the ropes. I need rope. Rope, rope, rope. Over here. There we go.
Those rings on the bridge are perfect targets.
Firing a gas defeaters requires a lot of practice.
Right, but it shouldn't. Because this is a game. There's zero drop off. Okay, gotcha.
This one is ready. This one is ready. The bridge is ready. Now I must cross it.
Apparently doing it fast is not the way to go. Wow, this is a really stupid minigame. Oh, okay. Oh, you can only step forward if you're balanced. Gotcha. You can't just go. You have to balance first. You have to wait for the white arrow to appear before you can actually take a step. No, come on, god damn it. Okay. I don't really feel the need to do that one.
Are we inside the hidden temple of Mithras, Holmes?
I am not sure. We had better be careful.
Okay. I recognize those symbols from the rungs of initiation. Bird, pitcher, staff.
I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the frigidarium.
Which way should we go, Holmes?
There ought to be some clues here. Let's take a look around.
Okay. Seems to me like, okay, if we just came through here, then if I'm looking at this the right way, I'm not sure which direction we would prefer to go now, to be honest. I can see that this would be like a first level. This is like the top level. This is like the second level. This is like the fourth level or something.
I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the Frigidarium.
I guess I'm going to start with this one since it's the lowest. Although technically the symbol that we went through already is higher. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Then now we would do this one. Because that's the second level. Oh. Oh, hell, I don't know. Okay. Okay. So now would be spear, helmet, or kiwi. There's the helmet. Now would be spade, club, or bug. There's the bug. Ooh. Flooded. That would be sword or crescent moon, flail, whatever. This one. And now would be incense, spur, dagger. Which is none of these. Guess I'll go through this one. Okay. Cats. It's pretty important up here. Alright, I see handles. Turn things.
Look, it's the golden knife. But how to get it?
Guess we have to turn some handles here, ladies and gentlemen.
Watson, I need your help.
So that opened this door. I thought it opened to that one. Not this one. I thought there was another door. Let's see, which did that open? Oh, over here. Okay. Three levers. Let's get one on the left. That's the back door. I don't think we want that. That's the one next to John, so yes. Nope. No, not that. That one. Great. Move on. Oop. Let's try the one on the right. Okay. Now, do I need to, like, how do I... If I switch back to Sherlock and I let go of this, I won't be able to get out. So I need to check and see what this one does. Okay, that's the one that's also on the opposite side of Sherlock as well. So then I can let go of this. Then I can head back. And I can switch to John. Switch levers. Grab the treasure.
This lamp is not old. The oil is still fresh. Perhaps Sir Rodney passed by here.
No, I do not think so. Remember, he went no further than the catacombs underneath the Frigidarium. The murderer left this lamp.
Seems like a significant piece of evidence, then maybe we should do something about that.
The golden knife of Mithras. A long-lost relic has resurfaced. Watson, it is time to conclude this case. Excellent. Now, we should find another way of getting out of here.
Okay. Well, one of these doors was the back door, so... except John is still stuck. Wait a second. One of these opened up. Which one was it? except one of them... Except I need one of them to stay back to open up the other door. Yeah, I need one of them to open up the other door. Okay. Yeah. It is like the far left one that opened up the back door. Yeah, that one. So, but now I'm stuck here. Okay, but one of these also opened the same gate as that one. It wasn't, wait, it wasn't this one. It was the other one. Yeah, that's to proceed further. The other one is to go back. That's the one. So now if I let go, I can leave. And I can get Watson out, but this is going to mean Sherlock is still trapped. Okay, there's another lever back here. Oh, there's two. Okay.
This mechanism seems inactive. Most likely the door it controls.
Yeah, I got it. It's the one that I'm standing right next to. It's the other one. Gotcha. There, now I can get out. Okay, now I can open up the other one. Okay. Deduction time, I guess. Gold knife, stolen notes. Even if Pitkin is a worthy ambassador, he will surely lose them, for this major discovery will change everything. It will turn the baths into a permanent excavation site to preserve the research. It will never achieve the commercial status that Pitkin desires. It was Pitkin with the silver knife. Okay. If we switch the ice knife, then who's responsible for the ice knife? Pitkin ice knife. Okay. Pitkins hopes. Nope. Then Winkhorn is humiliated. And he's the one responsible. And then it was him with the ice knife. Or him with the silver weapon. Or Garrow is obsessed. Buckthorn is fine. Then Garrow did it because he was, I guess, somehow insane. Or ice knife. Alright, I refuse to accept any solution that uses an ice knife. It's ridiculous. There's no way. If that is the correct answer, then I don't care. I'm going to take the L, because there's no way that it was an ice knife. I also don't think it was a silver knife, though, because I think that the silver was thrown in by Garrow because it was some kind of ward against evil spirits. So the question is, who among the three, honestly, between the three, I think Pitkin has the best motive. It's a profit motive. Makes sense to me. Let's go with this one. Pitkin was humiliated by Sir Rodney and so devised a plan to first eliminate him and then open the baths for business. I believe that the mystery of the murder would attract the public. No, I don't think so. Pitkin was a legitimate owner of the baths, and Sir Rodney was about to take over the rights. If Bentcliffe had accepted the compromise, Pitkin would not have killed him. I guess that makes sense to me. I don't think it was an ice knife or a silver knife, but I suppose maybe Garrow threw silver into the brazier as a way to ward off evil spirits, and somebody else threw something in there. It is all melted after all. Right, maybe the murder weapon and the silver melted together.
Why did you bring me here? I saw you release the others.
Strictly between you and me, Sir Gregory, I admit that you played a masterstroke with your ghost weapon. I know that you killed Sir Rodney Bentcliffe.
What? Nonsense! How dare you?
That is not to say I support the crime. However, you are safe with me.
You? I don't understand.
The police shall hear my version of the facts, the one that shall reveal Sir Rodney's true nature. He was a genuine adversary, was he not, Sir Gregory? He was corrupt.
Well, he certainly was. But I never did such a...
Would you rather I change my mind? I trust that you will preserve the tranquility of these baths in the future, Sir Gregory.
I don't know what to say, Mr. Holmes.
Lestrade, if I might have a word with you, please.
Okay. I found all the clues. That is not the right conclusion. Okay. So then what about it is the wrong conclusion? If it's meant to be the ice knife, I'm going to be very upset. If it's Blinkhorn, I don't think it's Garrow, but if it is Garrow, okay, I can see that. You know, maybe some of the clues led us in his direction. He did admit to throwing the silver in the brazier, so if he used the silver knife, that might be a cover. But the calculating nature of destroying evidence in that fashion doesn't jive with a person motivated by intense psychological pressure. That is a level of calculation, a very organized killer. So I don't think that those things go together. If Blinkhorn is responsible, they did a really good job of not giving us a lot of evidence that he had a grudge. They're right. He does benefit the most from Sir Rodney's death. He does benefit the most from Sir Rodney's death. I mean, arguably Pitkin benefits even more. I feel like it wasn't Pitkin because that cutscene that we just saw didn't mention specifically a silver knife or anything. It just said ghost weapon. All right, I'm just gonna try Blinkhorn with the ice knife. Let's see what happens. Given this opportunity to claim ownership of this discovery, he would not have killed Bencliffe. His intention to take all of the credit for the discovery of the golden knife. He devised a cunning plan to eliminate Bencliffe. Whatever. Let's just see what happens.
Mr. Holmes, what happened?
It's not looking too promising.
This.
Is that the golden knife? How?
I also like to dig, you see, Mr. Blinkhorn. One never knows what one might find. Occasionally, remarkable rarities, such as this. The thrill of the discovery, and one's own enhanced reputation. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, are you suggesting that...
I am not suggesting anything. I know. You found the knife. You are an intelligent man. The ghost knife shall remain one of the most ingenious constructions I have seen in my career, I do assure you.
I don't understand.
Yes, you do. I am praising your performance, your perfect murder.
What? Wait, are you accusing me of murder? No, I deny it.
Mr. Blinkhorn, it is no use to deny it. I know the truth. You had no choice. Because it was you who found the golden knife, and therefore you had to be the murderer. Sir Rodney was determined to receive all the credit for the find, when in fact it was your work. He would have crushed you to be sure that you could never tell the truth. But I uphold the truth, and I will tell it.
What do you mean? That you will save me?
What I mean is that you deserve a second chance. I shall be following your career with the keenest interest, Mr. Blinkhorn. Farewell.
Okay. I don't like that the only choices apparently in the moral choices are either have everyone put to death or let them go scot-free. Like, that's not a moral choice. There's tons of moral ground between everybody must die and nobody gets punished for anything. There's a lot in between those two things. That's not a moral choice. Because it's not moral to choose death. So there is no moral choice. There's two immoral choices. Alright, let's hold space and see if... Are you kidding me? Okay. During that cutscene, I was thinking about it a little bit more, and I think that Blinkhorn does make the most sense of the three suspects. I get that. That's fine. The clue that really pushed us over the edge on that one is one that came at the very end and I glossed over, and that would be the lantern at the feet of Mithras' statue. Because the only person who could have gotten that far in would be somebody who is trained as an archaeologist, or of course Sherlock Holmes and Watson, because they're the main characters. But I don't see Pitkin or Garrow doing all of that. So I'm willing to buy Blinkhorn. I am not willing to buy Ice Knife. He created an ice knife using a mold that we found here at St. Alden's. He used a mold to create an ice knife, kept it cold enough in a bucket of champagne for even, I mean, it's a bucket of champagne. It's sitting around there in water. It's melting. At the very least, it's not going to remain curved. I might be willing to buy that it started out as a vague knife shape and became kind of an icicle. Yeah, icicles can be used to kill, especially if you're going to stab somebody through the eye, sure. But there's no way like the coroner would not have detected that it is a curved blade. It would not have been curved. And then I suppose, then he takes it out of the ice bucket, somehow hides it on his person in a steam room, which had been heating up since the day before, so it was already at temperature. And he managed to keep that thing on his person, hidden next to his body in body heat, in like 110 degrees or 120 degrees for the room. Or, I mean, in Finland, they get those fucking things up super goddamn hot. So 150 even, maybe. Even for a couple of minutes next to his body heat or wrapped up in his towel or whatever. However, he was supposed to have hidden this thing. No way it wouldn't have melted before it, had a chance to use it as a viable weapon. No way. Fuck that solution. Let's check out my statistics. I haven't shown these in the previous two parts, but when you finish a case, you do get statistics here, as long as I can connect. And the first one I couldn't connect and I couldn't see the statistics. The second one I could, so hopefully. Okay, I guess not today. Well, that's too bad. Okay, well then that's it. Join me for the next one. Next time we're going to continue on with this. Until then, have yourselves a good day, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.